basically just recorded in some keys, which is this part. And then what I've done is copied that same pattern onto some strings, and then I've changed the transposition, which basically means that it's bringing it lower down with the keys. So and also what I've done is extended the first key, or the first note that's played on the strings. So what I'm going to do is open the audio file up that we've used for that bit. So I just need to find the sample, and I'm just going to put a fade in and a fade out on the front and the back of it, just so that it's nice and sharp. And then I'm just going to put a slight fade in on this front one, but I don't want that to affect every single sample that we're using, so I'm just going to put it onto this envelope as opposed to the whole way through. So that's the 4-bar intro, and then we've got the 16-bar verse, which is, so we've got 2 verses, which are the red sections, then 2 choruses, which are the blue sections. Then what I've done is just add in a real simple 4-bar breakdown just after the chorus, which is this part right here. So it's just drums. Just add a little bit of detail to the verses. Now we've got like the skeleton, so do things like taking out the drums in certain parts. So try taking it out. You can take out the shakers on that part as well. Some jazz brushes, so like the traditional like jazz brush kits and so on. So I've got some of those, so just mute those as well. So just going to add some toms in. They're now in, and then down here in the piano roll you can change the quantize setting, so it's on 1 to 16th, which means it's going to pull it in tight to how I want it. Audio files just means you can't change them. You can chop them up, but you can't change the speed of them or anything once they're in. So things like that I wouldn't be able to switch, whereas these green ones are MIDI files, so I can change those once they're in. So we've got that going on. We can grab the bongos just to have underneath it. And So we've got that going on 3 times, and I'm just going to see if this fits in on this section at the end. The wrong way around, so I'm just going to flip those over, and what you can do is glue them together so that you can then edit everything together. So just hit escape and it comes up with different tools that you can use. So they're now glued. Go back to the pointer, go down to our keys, and then we can stick the quantize on. An envelope, so basically like you can
like fade it.
Yeah,
fade
exactly. So like just fade the sax in. So it's only a little thing, but it will make a big difference. So you can just adjust it as you go along. So if I move it and then just move that one section of sax a little bit, can check whether that works. Yeah, so that's the right place, so I'll move everything in that sax section now. So in the mixer you can just affect all the different areas that you're dealing with. So what I want to do is just change where that guitar that's in the chorus lies in the mix. So I'm going to send it to what's called a bus, which basically like groups everything together. So it's now here. So this is the guitar. And I'm going to bring the overall volume down slightly. Intro, a 16-bar verse, an 8-bar chorus or hook, a 4-bar breakdown, another 16-bar verse or verse 2, another 8-bar chorus or hook or second hook, and then we've got an outro which is 16 bars and ended by a phrase at the end from the sax. So I'm just going to use the track bar at the top to move it to the very end and listen to that piece of sax to see where the echo finishes. So it's silent around there, so I'm just going to move the track bar to there. And then I'm going to find this little box which basically cuts off any other audio. So you just drag it and move it to the right place, save it, and then bounce it and see how it's sounding. So now, as if by magic, we have track 2.